How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, make sure you hit the four buttons that you see on my screen. I don't have to point it to where those buttons are. You guys have eyes, so you should know where it is. Anyway, yeah, so as you can tell from the sound of my voice, I am not in a good mood. I'm not in a good mood at all. This morning, I woke up this morning already. My life has been a living hell, personally, but I don't want to talk about that. What I want to talk about is what you see on my screen here, perfectdark getting cancel. That is also something that is pissing me off, and I want to talk about that. So make sure you hit the like button. A like would be nice. Be sure to comment, especially share, and why subscribe, because I'm about to go off on Microsoft's Xbox, the division of Microsoft. And I made a video about that earlier this week when the news broke out, and I was a mess. When I heard the news, I was very, I was a mess. I tried to I tried to record the video. I didn't have a good camera. My camera wasn't working, and I didn't have my headset with me. And I tried recording on my cell phone, but then it's out of storage for some reason, and it was a mess. It was a lot. I was recording, and then when I was finishing recording, I found out that I didn't even hit the record button. It was a mess. It was a lot. And today is kind of like a little bit chill, a little bit, yeah, a little bit chill. And I want to talk about that with a calm mind. But yeah, like I said, Microsoft, Microsoft is doing a fantastic job, and I don't mean it like for real. I mean it sarcastically. They're doing a fantastic job, taking really good care of their developers, um, giving them severance packages after firing them, after laying them off, giving them a little bit of bonus, praising their skill sets, their creativity, like who they who they let me put a coin in my swear jar because I'm gonna swear a little bit today. Why the fuck do you get off Microsoft to fire your best workers, your best developers, and then talking about your creativity will not go unnoticed? If you are praising the creativity, you shouldn't have fired them in the first place. You shouldn't have laid them off in the first place. You shouldn't have laid them off in the first place. And not only you will lay them off, 9,000 employees are back on the job market. 9,000. Not only they are back on the job market, it's a bloodbath out there looking for a developer job. It's a bloodbath out there. It's a bloodbath. It's going to be difficult for many people to find the best work possible, the best position possible, based on their skill sets, based on their experience. They had they had a they had a secure position, or so they thought they had a secure position, and now they don't have it anymore. They're celebrating 4th of July with no job. To all those people who got laid off and are celebrating 4th of July, just don't bother celebrating 4th of July. Just don't bother. Because what's there to celebrate? What's there to celebrate? You lost your independence in being established, having a great position, because Microsoft decided to kick you out of their office. Why? Because let me tell you why they decided to get rid of all the best developers at Microsoft. Because of AI. AI, really? You think AI? This is something that really pisses me off about today's society. They always think AI is here to replace people's job. They think that AI is like some machine that has a brain. I mean, technically it has a brain, but it's still learning. It's still a machine. And who is behind the machine, the development of said machine? Human. People keep forgetting that human are behind
the evolution of AI. Then people keep forgetting that OpenAI is a company built by human, and human, a team of human, built ChatGPT. And thanks to the power of ChatGPT, people are able to be productive in their work. People are able to make money with their skill sets and their experience. Because of ChatGPT, productivity has gone high. But people think that ChatGPT is here to replace job and here to take away people's opportunity. Bullshit. AI is not a person. AI is a tool. You only use AI to be productive in what you are doing in your job place. You don't use AI to replace other people. You don't do that. You don't fucking do that. So yeah, that's what they've been doing, replacing people with AI instead of learning how people can actually learn to control the AI to do their job better. And that's what people keep saying all the time. Oh, AI is replacing job. Bullshit. AI is not here to replace job. People who are able to use AI, people who are able to manipulate the AI, people are able to build the AI, the infrastructure behind the AI that makes the AI, they're the one who are taking over your job, not the AI itself. Anyway, so let's get back to the topic at hand. Perfect Dark got cancelled. I was looking forward to this game. I was really looking forward to this game. This game is like I played that game back in the N64 days, and it is amazing. It's like James Bond, but for Nintendo. Like it was like a Nintendo original, but like it's kind of like James Bond to say the least. It's a really fun game, and the fact that they were going to reboot that game, I was really excited for it. I remember when I saw the first trailer, and we were introduced to. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, that's an interesting game. But I didn't think it was Perfect Dark until the person was speaking with Joanna Dark, Agent Dark. He was referring to her as Agent Dark, and I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Is it? Are you? Is this Perfect Dark? Is this Perfect Dark? I was really excited when I saw that it was Perfect Dark. I was really excited. I was actually considering buying an Xbox because I still don't have an Xbox. I want to buy an Xbox for um games like for all the first party games because I only buy my consoles for first party titles and third parties. If it comes to Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo, I'll just buy them. But I always buy my console for first party. I never got a chance to buy an Xbox. The only Xbox I ever gotten was the 360. Um, but I only had like a few. I had Halo and Fable, and that was it. But I always wanted to get the next Xbox. I was waiting for like what kind of game would the Xbox will have, and then the what's the word I'm looking for? The whole Xbox is everywhere regime. Everything's an Xbox regime started happening, and I was like, how am I going to buy an Xbox if everything's going to be an Xbox? Like Expedition 33, that was heavily um, advertised as an Xbox game. I was going to buy that one, but I already have a ROG Ally, and since everything is an Xbox and I have a Xbox Game Pass, I thought maybe I should buy my Xbox games on the Xbox Game Pass, right? So I bought Expedition 33 and I'm playing it on my ROG Ally, and it's a really fun game, by the way. It's a really fun game. I really enjoy that. Um, but then they decided, oh, I also have Forza Motorsports on my ROG Ally, which, by the way, speaking of Forza, they canceled that one too. They are cutting off support for Forza Motorsports, and I I honestly don't know how I can support the Xbox after this mess. I honestly don't know how I can support the Xbox with this mess. I don't know. I really honestly don't know. They are canceling games left and right for stupid reasons like AI, and they're not even catering to their gamers. They're not catering to They're not taking care of their gamers at all. And it is very frustrating. It is very frustrating. I've given Xbox so many opportunities to, wow me this generation. And they did wow me at certain points. They bought a few games that I was excited for, including Expedition 33, which I have the game for. They had South of Midnight. I was blown away by that game, despite the weird frame rates. But I think the frame rates has to do with the gameplay mechanic or the game design. And Gears of War is coming back. Gears of War ED. But then I heard rumors that it's coming to PlayStation. And we still haven't heard anything about Halo, like a new Halo. That's also a rumor. And now we find out. Okay, so the whole layoff situation, this was going to happen. They made the announcement, right? And then on Wednesday, they actually done it. They actually laid off thousands of people. And then I hear this news about Perfect Dark getting canceled. Not only Perfect Dark got canceled, they also canceled Wilds. They also shut down Rare. Rare. Microsoft went to buy Rare only to shut it down. And Perfect Dark getting canceled after how many years in development? 7, 8 years of development. Speaking of development, what are the developers doing? What are those developers doing? You had 7 years of developing that game. We saw the trailer, which, by the way, for me, personally, for me, that trailer was amazing. But other people who have more knowledge in game development than I am, they said that it has some placeholders that looks like it was like alpha pre-rendered or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not, um but they did made a demo. They had a few demos of not just that game but also Every Wild and also another game that they canceled. They shut down this studio for that one too. I heard that Phil Spencer and Matt Booty they had fun with that game. I don't know the name of the game. I have to look it up online. But they they were showcased the game demo. They played a little bit of it. They said it was amazing. They enjoyed it. They were like, "This is great. We can't wait to show this to the gamers, to the players." The- Even Matt and Phil Spencer, they were fighting over that control of the controller to play that game in the boards at that board meeting. That's what I heard. That's what I read online. And then they go behind us, behind the back and shut the place down. Like, who does that? Uh, I want to blame Phil Spencer, Matt Booty, and Sarah Bounce for this, but at the same time, I don't want to because they said that they enjoyed seeing some of those games being showcased. They liked it. So either they are liars or they spoke with the higher ups, told them how great the developers are doing with certain games, and then the higher ups, the people who are working at Microsoft, their bosses, the big boss, like Phil Spencer and Matt Booty's bosses, were like, nah, 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 let's just shut down these games. They're not really worth it. They're not really our vision. Our vision is AI. So yeah, let's bring AI into the forefront of gaming. So let's bring AI to improve graphic. Let's use AI to improve our development skills. Let's do AI by firing a bunch of people and then replace those robots AI to do their job. Yay! So you go do it. And this is what happens. And this is what happens. So, like I said, I'm not in the mood today. I'm not in the best mood today. I wanted to do this video in the best possible mood, but like I said, I'm dealing with a lot of shit on my personal side of things. And I wanted to get this video out of the way because people are talking about it and I don't want um the topic being hot right now to go to die down before I make this video. So yeah. So I'm looking at some of those articles here, and I want to go over some of them. I might even go over some of the um some of what people are saying about this situation here, because it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous at this point. Not only it's ridiculous, it's insulting. It's not only insulting to the developers, but it's also insulting to gamers. Anyway, let me pause here and let me switch my screen. Okay, so this first article we're going to go over a few articles. The first article is from Tom Henderson at insidergaming.com. Shout out to Tom Henderson. He says Phil Spencer's memo to staff about upcoming Microsoft and Xbox layoffs. Insider Gaming has been provided with an internal memo from Xbox CEO Phil Spencer on the upcoming layoff. The email reads, "Today we are sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notification and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the upcoming days." So basically, it's saying this that whoever is like, let's say I work at Microsoft or Xbox, my manager will like call me to the office, and by his side will be the person, HR person or HR manager, whatever. That's what he's saying right there. That's the my team leader will let me read it again. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notification and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the upcoming days. Meaning what? Meaning the leader is going to be like, okay, we're going to have a meeting and we're going to be lay off a bunch of you guys. I'm sorry, this was going to happen. That's what's going to happen. This was going to happen. And then after the meeting ends, they're going to call you. They're going to call you, and then they're going to give you the pink slip. That's what happened to me. I was laid off at a workplace, and it sucked. It sucked. You know what? Why it sucks? Because I hate going back into the job markets. I hate it so much. Going back to the job markets was like not what I signed up for. I signed up for a position as a developer, thinking that I have job security. But then a layoff happens, and then you get slapped with a pink slip. That's what happened to those people at Microsoft at the Xbox division. That's why for all of those no to all of those 9,000 people who got affected, I am so sorry. I've been in your shoes. It sucks. Just make sure that when you apply for those positions, make sure that you do your very best to showcase your talents, your skills, and your performance, your experience from Microsoft and other places. Because at the end of the day, your skills and your experience at Microsoft, even though they laid you off, they're still valuable. They're still valuable to you, and they're still valuable to other people who are looking for a better candidate. So just remember that. Okay? Anyway. So let me keep reading this stupid email. So it says this: "I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap have never looked stronger." Let me just, I need to give for that. Yeah, and I should probably move my camera here. Okay, let me keep reading. "We must make choices now for continuing success in future years, and a key part of that strategy is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities. We will protect what is thriving and concentrate efforts on areas with the greatest potential while delivering on the expectation the company has for our business. So, prioritizing the strongest opportunities, that's like what? AI. AI. You can use AI, you can use people who are building the infrastructure for AI to make your games better. Did you ever thought about that? Instead of trying to use AI to replace your workers, did you ever thoughts about bringing teaching people how to build like AI agents or build a database that manages your AI and then your AI will be doing the work for you? Did you ever thought about that? No, you haven't. This focused approach means we can deliver exceptional games and experience for players for generations to come. What approach? Prioritizing our opportunities is essential, but that does not lessen the significance of this moment. Simply put, we will not be where we are today without the time, energy, and creativity of those whose roles are impacted. These decisions are not a reflection of the talents, creativity, and dedication of the people involved. Our momentum is not accidental, it is the result of years' dedicated efforts from our team. Yeah, dedicated efforts. Yeah, right. I mean, you praise a person's skill set and then you fire them the next day. What kind of leadership is this? HR is working directly with impacted employees to provide severance plan benefits. Yeah, severance. Aligns with local laws. I hope they get like what's the word I'm looking for? Mm, there's a word that is on top of my head. I keep forgetting that one. Yeah, and unemployment benefit. I hope they get unemployment benefit from this, including pay, healthcare coverage, job placement resources to support the transition. Yeah, they better get a job fast. Employees whose role were eliminated are encouraged to explore open position across Microsoft Gaming, where the application will be given priority review. Wait, what? Explore open position across Microsoft Gaming. You kicked them out from Microsoft Gaming in the first place, and now you want them to like apply for more position at Microsoft Gaming? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So they are working as a developer at Xbox Game Division. You fire them from their Xbox role, and now they're going to apply for the same Xbox role or a different role in the Xbox division, and you're going to give them priority reviews. What the fuck are you talking about? What the actual fuck are you talking about? Thank you for everyone who has shaped our future. Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you to everyone who has shaped our culture, our products, and our community. We will move forward with deep appreciation and respect for all who have contributed to this. Yeah, you know what? I'm as a gamer, I'm done with Microsoft. As a gamer, I am done with Microsoft. Not only are they are transitioning from no longer from becoming a third party developers or third party publisher. Not only they are switching gears with the everything is an Xbox BS, now they are kicking the developers out of there to introduce us to AI. And yeah, I'm done with Xbox. Even though my last console was a 360, I wanted to get the Xbox One. I never got the chance to. I wanted to get an Xbox Series because of some games that I was looking forward to, but I never got a chance to. I only had one game, or two games actually, but it's on my ROG Ally. I don't even have an Xbox with these games. I only have a ROG Ally. So, what's the point now? What's the point of getting an Xbox? I mean, what's the point? All those first party games are going to another platform. Like I heard Gears of War is going to PlayStation. Halo, that's already been rumors to come into the Switch 2, the Master Chief Collection. There are other titles that are coming to PlayStation 2, not PlayStation 2, if you know what I mean, like PlayStation 5 also, you know what I mean. But so what's the point of getting an Xbox then? What's the point? And now they're thinking about like yeah, next gen console launch. Oh, that's another rumor right there. Phil Spencer will allegedly retire as CEO after that rumor has been shut down by the way, by somebody internal. But if you want to go over that, let's get to that real quick. But that rumor has been shut down already. But it says that um according to Ghost of Hope, it says that Phil Spencer is working closely with Sarah Barnes and her team to ensure a smooth transition for her takeover as CEO of Microsoft Gaming once he retires. And then somebody was like, yeah, like Phil Spencer is not retiring anytime soon. Um, I think somebody said that in the tweets, but it was on Spawnwave. For those of you who listen to Spawnwave in the morning, I listen to Spawnwave all the time. But he says um, that he's not retiring anytime soon. So that was yeah, see right there. Phil Spencer isn't retiring as a chief of Xbox anytime soon. And this person said that Kerry Perez, head of Xbox communication, she said that in a statement on The Verge. So yeah, there's that. So that has been shut down. But anyway, let's go back to one more right here. This one right here. Um no, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for there was an article about how it's not going to affect the the next gen Xbox. I believe it was let me find this for you guys. Next gen. Okay, there we go. So this is a list of articles that I've collected thanks to AI, by the way. I do use AI, and AI is like the best thing since sliced bread, but people are using it the wrong way. And I'm not going to get into this, but people are using it the wrong way, and Microsoft is using it the wrong way. Their Microsoft Copilot, their AI sucks. So there's that. Anyway, um, so this article right there, it says Xbox next gen console plans not impacted by Microsoft's layoff. So yeah, there's that. So the hardware has largely avoided the cuts. So it's not getting impacted. So what guys, what do you think is going to be the next gen console? How is that going to look like? We already know about the Xbox ROG Ally. That's not even a that's not even a next gen Xbox, by the way, because I already have a ROG Ally. So I don't know how that's going to be next gen. I have to look at the screen to find out, because since Microsoft and Sony are all about the graphic, improving performance. Let's improve graphic. Let's put performance to the next level. Since they are all about that, I like to see that. I like to see this on the next Xbox Hog Ally to actually like sell me out on this. But yeah, um, as news of the Xbox layoffs continue to trickle, we're hearing about large-scale job losses and cancel game, but one particular area that won't be affected is the next-gen console plan. So Microsoft Central says that they can hard confirm this, that Xbox hardware has largely avoided the cuts. that the full successor to the Xbox Series X remains in the plans going forwards. So they understand that this latest layoff rounds has now not impacted Microsoft's next-gen Xbox hardware plans, which includes a full successor to the Xbox Series X that could even possibly include Steam support. As you probably remember, Xbox announced its next-gen console strategy back in the middle of June, committing to a new home console as part of its next-gen hardware lineup that also includes handhelds, PC, and Xbox cloud gaming. Clouds. Now that's also another thing that pisses me off too. Clouds. If there's any good news that come out of today, this is probably the best we can hope for. That is not good news for me. That is not good news for me. Clouds, cloud gaming. First of all, cloud gaming. Second of all, who is going to buy an Xbox now that you go in multi-party, like third party, multi-platform? Who's going to buy an Xbox? So how is that good news? Sorry, that's my watch. Tell me it's like top of the hour. It's 7 o'clock. Um, but yeah, if there is any good news that come out today, it's probably the best news we can hope for. Unfortunately, everything else seems pretty bleak right now, and we wish the best for to everyone affected by today's sleep. Let me just close that one. There's one more article from Engadget that I want to go over. This is from a developer who told Engadget that he's personally super pissed because I'm pretty sure he got the boots too. Even before the Xbox layoff, there was tension at Halo Studio. Tension at Halo Studio. I wonder if there's a GIF for, if there's a meme for this situation here. Um, yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
I mean, it's not the best, but yeah, that's stupid. There was tension at Halo Studio. Those developers who got the cuts, they should have found the best opportunity to like jump ship. But I can't blame them off completely. I can't do that because I'm a developer myself. I can't cut them off. Like I can't put the blame on them personally. They thought the job was secure, but the fact that there was tension at Halo Studios, at least 5 employees at Halo Studio has been fired as part of the massive layoff, according to a developer with knowledge on the situation. An estimated 200 to 300 people remain at the studio. At least 5 got laid off, but it's still big. It's still a lot of people. Employees across the Xbox division received an email from gaming studio Phil Spencer, CEO Phil Spencer, Wednesday morning addressing organizational shifts hitting the team over the coming days. Halo Studios employees who were laid off received an additional invite to a meeting with organizational team. This is what happened to me too. That's exactly what happened to me too. Like you get into a meeting, right, with everybody involved, right? They talk about organizational shifts, and then after that meeting, you get pulled into another meeting with just you, your manager, and the head of HR. You know what that meeting is about. So Halo Studio employees who were laid off received an additional invite to a meeting with organizational leaders, and 2 very long hours later, the team's call began. Amid discussions of severance packages, the reason provided for the firing aligns with Spencer's memo to increase agility and effectiveness. I'm personally super pissed that Phil's email to us bragged about how this was the most profitable year ever for Xbox, in the same breath as pulling the lever on the layoffs. the developer tool and gadgets. I wasn't sure what part of that I was supposed to be proud about. I feel you, man. I feel you. Halo Studios is currently working on multiple games, including the next mainline Halo installment, and it's the stewards of Halo Infinite, which is quietly spinning down its content cadence. The mood at the studio is tense, especially when it comes to one project that was recently in crisis, according to the developer. I don't think anybody is really happy about the quality of the products right now, they said. There's been a lot of tension and pep talks trying to rally folks to shape. The studio recently teased that it will reveal what it's been working on at this year's Halo World Championship this October. They were going to reveal, they were going to tease a new Halo at the World Championship this October, and then this happens. They, they, Halo Studio was rocked by layoff in 2023 when it was still called 343 Industries, and that calling mostly affected people on the campaign and narrative teams, including Halo veteran Joe Staten. This is also the reason Halo Infinite hasn't had a continuing storyline since that time period. Today, Halo Studios employ a blend of full-time employees and contractors, with junior producers and quality assurance roles generally contracted out. 343 Industries came under fire from fans for the launch state of Halo Infinite, and over the years, several ex-employees have spoken out about the reliance of contractors who typically work with the company for a maximum of 18 months. That's it. So you only hire a contractor, and then 18 months later, you kick them out. No time for growth. The employee I spoke with said that since 2023, there's been a general shift towards working with contracted studios rather than individual contractors in the United States and Europe to speed up Halo production. This mirrors the way other major FPS franchises like Call of Duty and Battlefield are developed. Xbox in general feels years behind the curve in game development, years behind, and it leads to a lot of wasted time and effort. What are those developers doing? What are those higher ups doing to those developers? What are they doing? Multiple departing team members have spoken warmly about their time at Halo Studio and the people that they works with. Let me skip this one and go over here. Under the Xbox banner, Everwilds, developed by Rare, and the initiative Perfect Darks, which by the way, Rare also owned Perfect Dark, just so you know. Both of them get cancelled. The initiative shut down, fully shut down. Forza Motorsports developer 1010 also lost a vast majority of its employees. ZeniMax, King, Raven, Sledgehammer Games, and Halo Studio also got affected. And the ZeniMax president Matt Ferrer is out. He's also out too. It's not just the developer who gets out, the leaders get out too. After 18 years leading the studio, 18 years that man has led the studio of ZeniMax. What has he done? Huh? This is the thanks he gets? And it's also been reported that veteran Rare designer Greg Mayles is also gone after decades with his team. And to top it all off, Blizzard is unseating Warcraft's Rumble. Because of what? AI. Good job, Microsoft. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good fucking job. These were great talents that you got rid of. These were great talents. See, this is why I can't support Microsoft anymore. Perfect Dark. I was looking forward to this game. I was looking forward to this game. I was, I saved money to buy an Xbox. I was saving money for a Switch 2 and I was saving money for an Xbox for Perfect Dark. It's, it's all turned to shit now. It's all turned to shit now. Let me just get back here. So yeah, Perfect Dark got cancelled. I'm not gonna see Joanna Dark ever again unless that's just like a pipe dream. But if Nintendo or Sony could just step up and hire all those, maybe bring back the initiative again, and hire all those developers who were working for on Perfect Dark. If they could bring them back up, bring them to the helm, like what happened with Hi-Fi Rush. If they could do that, that would be great. But that's just a pipe dream. I don't know why Nintendo. I don't know what happened between Nintendo and Rare that they let go of Rare. I don't know why. For the life of me, they're not off the hook too. Nintendo, they are not off the hook as well. But not because of situations like this. Because Nintendo is going strong right now in the game industry. Nintendo is going strong right now. On to some good news. Nintendo has sold. That's a particular piece of news that I haven't covered. But Nintendo has sold over 5 million Switch 2. And they actually leaked it. They actually leaked it while they were updating some of their websites. And people saw that and they were like, wait, what? And then we were like, yeah, we sold 5 million, but that's just a small number. That's not a small number, Nintendo. That is a big milestone. You should be proud of yourself, Nintendo. Like, pat yourself on the shoulder. I mean, the Switch 2 is like the best console since the Switch 1. I really love it. I play Mario Kart Worlds all the time on that. I have it here on my, right here, on my Switch 2. But I need a case for that one, and it's very difficult to find a case. Let me see. Um, check, check. Okay, okay, we good. I want to make sure that my mic isn't off. But yeah, Nintendo is doing a fantastic job. On to some good news. 5 million units. That's a massive milestone. It's not a small number, Nintendo. It's not a small number. I know you still have a lot to sell. I know you still have a lot to focus on Nintendo. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza is coming out this coming week. The Pokemon Presents Direct is also coming out in the next 2 weeks. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming that. My schedule has been changed quite often, so I have to find a way to record my live reaction and direct again. Um, but yeah, Nintendo is doing a good job right now. But we're still in the beginning phase of the new game generation. So I'm not going to jump in and say Nintendo won the game generation. They won the console war last generation with the Switch, but this generation they just started with the Switch 2. They sold 5 million units. We have yet to see Sony and Microsoft bring out their game console, and I hope they bring some really good games. So, some really good first party games. Because first party game is what sells console. Third party games do not sell console. First party games is what sell console. So we're gonna see what's going to happen in the next coming um 5 to 8 years and see who's gonna win that particular generation console war. But last console war, Nintendo won that one by a mile. You can't argue with you cannot argue with the numbers. The numbers are out there. You can't argue with that. But Switch 2 is out. Um, the Xbox Rogue is going to come out this year. Um, they're going to come out with a new console. PlayStation is coming out with the PS6 the next couple of years. I don't know when, maybe 2027 or 2026. So we're just getting started with this new generation. But already people are coming up with all kind of um, BS about Nintendo. And can you believe there are still some people who are saying that Nintendo is doing worse job than Microsoft? That's another video for another time. Um, that's another video for another time. But what I'm trying to say here is the TLDR is this. There's actually where is it? Okay. There's actually a Twitter post from somebody. Um okay, his name is Shokyo, and he actually made a really great post about Nintendo and compared it with Microsoft's. And let me see if I can find it online and share it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's the post right here. It says this: Nintendo does a lot of things wrong. I agree with him on that one. A lot of things wrong. But they're nowhere close to being the most problematic company in current day industry. They're not laying off down hundreds to thousands of people constantly. They hardly ever cancel big game, if at all. They have a consistent flow of exclusives that provides unique value to their platforms. They don't develop games with bloated budgets or scale. They haven't fallen into the live service crap trap. Their focus is on games being fun first, which is the single most important aspect of a game. Games are games, they are not movies. Their leadership don't hoard tens to hundreds of millions of dollars to themselves while their employees suffer. Oh, wait, what? They only make a little over 1 million. Wait, what? Let me see. Are you saying that Microsoft is not losing money? Hmm? Microsoft stock. Let's look at the stock. It's increasing. They're not losing money. 5 days ago, 5 days ago they went up. Just 5 days ago, they're still going up. They're still going up. They're still going up. Still going up. So, so they're making money. They're not losing. They're not. The stock isn't going down. So what's the problem? Why are they firing people? Why are they cutting people off? I mean, we already know the answer to that. I'm not going to go back to it again. But AI, obviously. By the way, like I said before, the Microsoft um, AI, the Microsoft AI sucks. The Microsoft AI sucks. It's as if, what's the word I'm looking for so that I don't, I've been cursing too much on this live stream already. What's a better way to describe the Copilot's AI? Oh yeah, like uh, like the AI has the minds of an elementary schoolboy. Doesn't know much. Does not know much. You have to feed him more stuff, more data behind the screen, behind the scene, behind the infrastructure to make him more smarter. But right now it sucks. It sucks. And I use AI a lot. That says something. Anyway, let's go back to what Shokyo said. He says this. This isn't to glaze Nintendo. I want to highlight how fans from other companies will also come together and sensationalize everything Nintendo does while their respective companies that they're fan of cancel games and lay off employees left and right. Live service this and that, and make a game that costed $200 to make and then say it didn't make their profits expectation, etc. Not saying it will make a difference, but maybe if you spent a fraction of that passion you had for dogpiling Nintendo on Sony and Microsoft, this gen wouldn't have been so shit for you. Regardless, I feel like we gamers as a collective while needs to do some brainstorming on what we can do to try to help these developers. Our hobby and this industry is nothing without them. Nothing without them. That's exactly what I like what he said right there. Our hobby and this industry is nothing without the developers. But people are treating developers like they are less than. And the way they're treated is incredibly disrespectful and undeserved. They spend so much hours on their computer building a game, going through bugs, trying to decipher the bugs, trying to fix the bugs, and this is the thanks they get: a severance package and a boot. They'll make a fantastic game that racks in cash, and what's their rewards? A layoff. And then here's this idiot why she's saying that this isn't a glaze Nintendo. Start glazing Nintendo. See, these are the type of idiots that I have to deal with online. And this is his response. What did I say that was incorrect? And he's gone quiet. He's not saying anything. He's gone quiet. Somebody else jumps in his throat. Somebody jumps in his throat. But he himself is gone quiet. What did I say that was incorrect? That's a valid question, right? He's going quiet. The people online, they are just so. Anyway, I've reached so much already. Let's see what this guy says. Nintendo is one of the worst company when it comes to trading their customers, content creators, and modders. This post is so wrong. Yeah. See what this guy says. The only people Nintendo don't treat well, for obvious reason, are modders. Because he's talking about modders, this guy is going to bring back modders, and this is what he says. I mean, what company in their right minds would want modders to jailbreak their products and steal their software through hacking before such products hit the markets? Let me know. Do Sony, Apple, etc. support modding? No, they fucking don't. There was a back and forth here between Trey and Shokyo, and it's like just because Stadia is far worse, Xbox is far worse, doesn't mean Nintendo can be left off the hook. Okay, I mean I can take that, but and then um okay, it's replying to somebody else. And this guy says the idea we shouldn't call out Nintendo because of the company the worst thing is such a bad mindset. Um we should call out Nintendo because of the oh yeah. I mean sure. Not I mean not every company have their flaws. Nintendo had the biggest flaws with the Wii U. I love my Wii U, but the way Nintendo was handling this, mm-mm, mm-mm, no, no, sir, no, thank you. But but they came back strong with the Nintendo Switch. But people want to talk about everything that they are doing bad, like closing down mods, like did you? Anyway, let me keep it reading. Um, so he says, so what was the point of your tweets then? And he's like, people get more angry about legitimately lesser issues than they will about issues that are much worse, proving that a lot of the outrage is just sensationalized fanboy posturing rather than legitimately caring about that issue. For example, the internet made a big deal when Nintendo updated the Yulia that's use end user license agreements to match what Sony and Microsoft have as literally this entire time. So the EULA situation, end user license agreements, you can only play a game as long as you don't break the rules. And certain rules that you're not supposed to break are this. You're not supposed to hack your console. You're not supposed to put anything that is not EULA friendly to set console, like an emulator to play different type of games like ROM games. You're not supposed to do that on your console. You're not supposed to break jailbreak your console. These are part of the EULA agreements. And you're not supposed to also hack certain games to like have access to like a level 99 bonus or whatever and cheat on an online uh, use that opportunity to cheat on an online gaming event. That's also breaking EULA agreements. But people get mad at Nintendo for enforcing this EULA on players. The same EULA that Sony and Microsoft are enforcing on player. Nintendo does this, oh, they're the bad guys. Sony and Microsoft does this, they're not the bad guys. Oh, we just let them go. But Nintendo does this, they're the bad guy. Anyway, there's a lot of righteously flame Nintendo about, but a lot of these people can't be honest with themselves and admit they have some strange ass anti-Nintendo fixation that is just as bad as obsessive pro-company fixation. They're the opposite extreme of Nintendo zealots. So, Shokyo said a lot of stuff here, and I agree with all of them 100%. I agree with them 100%. And where are the responses? It's been 6 hours since he made that post. Where are the responses? Nobody responded. Funny how no one responds to this. Because they got nothing to say except to just run their mouth. Because Nintendo is on the topic, they want to run their mouth. And when somebody as intelligent as Shokyo speaks up, they don't know what else to say. They don't know what else to say. Anyway, I'm done ranting. I've been ranting for 50 minutes, almost to an hour, because this topic is really tugging me on my heartstring, both as a developer and as a gamer. And at the end of the day, I'm done with Xbox. I am done with Xbox. I don't know how I can support Xbox after this. The way they're treating their developers, the way they're treating their gamers, I don't know how I can support this nonsense. I was looking forward to Perfect Dark. It got cancelled. I'm gonna have to deal with this now. And actually, no, I spent more than an hour. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I promise that in this next video, I'll be much more happier, much more at peace, because this topic has been really dogging me. It's been very upsetting this past week. I just need to take care of myself. I just need to um, keep calm, relax. Maybe I could play some of my Switch too. I've been playing a lot of CR.Worlds. It's a really fun game, by the way. But I haven't been playing for the past 4 days. Um, so yeah. And anyway, I'm gonna go. Make sure you hit the four buttons on your C if you want something raw. If you want raw, emotionally, but to the point, truthful comments and opinion about the state of the gaming industry from somebody who has been developing and playing, being a gamer at the same time. Make sure you hit the four buttons on my screen, okay? Until next time, it's been real. Yeah.